Hello, hello, my ghouls, and I'm standing here with Strephon Taylor, filmmaker, documentary extraordinaire to me at least. And how are you doing at Silicon Valley Comic Con this weekend?
I'm doing great. Having a great time. We did a panel last night on the cable car documentary, and it went over really well. And we're looking forward to the last day of the con, so then we can finish it up and go home.
Awesome. Now, he did this amazing documentary on cable cars. I just want to ask you, why cable cars?
I actually want to do a documentary on the waterways and lighthouses of the Bay Area, and I knew that before the gold rush, there was one way in and out of the Bay Area, and then it blew up after the gold rush. There's so many ways in, and I wanted to see what another filmmaker had done because I knew that kind of the same thing happened with the cable cars. And when I looked into documentary of the cable cars, and I found out that nobody had ever done a really in-depth history of the cable cars. So I'm like, I'll do that one first. Then I'll worry about the waterways and lighthouses. And by doing the film, I learned so much about the cable cars. One, I kind of thought, oh, this is going to be just a history of cable cars, but it quickly turned into what I call side history. That actually the cable car was the first system of moving people across a town without a horse in front of the car. Oh. So it changed the size of the city. It changes how we plan cities. And it was the first time people could actually commute. So it was the first time we had suburbs. So it actually changed the way we commute around the world. It changed the way cities are made around the world. So I got really excited at that point. I'm like, oh, this is way more than cable cars. But the cable cars are amazing. It's an awesome history on them. But also the side history is pretty amazing as well.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't wait to see it. I actually have not seen it yet. I need to see it.
You should see it.
Yeah, duh. You should see it too if you haven't. What are you doing? Yeah. You've done an array of documentaries. What's the most recent ones you have besides the cable car that are selling right now?
The one I did right before this one, which is going to probably appeal to your fans more than cable cars, even though cable cars is pretty cool, was a film on Jack Pierce. Jack Pierce was Universal movies Make a Man for about 25 years. If you watch Dracula, if you watch Frankenstein, if you watch The Wolfman, if you watch The Mummy, if you watch Bride of Frankenstein, he did all of those makeups. So, I mean, those makeups are iconic, all those characters are iconic, and nobody knows who the hell Jack Pierce is. And so I made a film on his life, and there's a side history for that too, because back in the days for the movie theater, movie companies, to keep their actors and their staff active between movies, they had sports teams. And early on, when Pierce was working for Universal, basketball was a brand new sport. And he was the manager for the Universal's basketball team. The Universal's basketball team went on to win national championships in the United States. And it was the very first time basketball was invited to the Olympics. So Universal's basketball team was invited to the first Olympic basketball game, and they won gold. So the first team to ever win gold, and Jack Pierce managed that team. But Karl Lammel was the head of Universal at the time. He was a Jew, and he was bringing Jews out of Germany. That was Hitler's Olympics. Lammel said, if you're going to go to the Olympics, you can't work for me anymore. So he had to step down. So the guy who invented all the iconic makeups for Universal also won the first gold in basketball, but he had to step down. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, there's crazy.
Wow.
Always side history is always a better part of when you do films like this. You research, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what's this? You know, so that's the cool stuff. That's what I liked.
Where can we buy your DVDs?
You can go to novemberfire.com. It's my merchandising company, so there's plenty of shirts there and patches and stickers, and also my movies.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Awesome.
Thank you. Good to see you.
You too.